Hey guys, welcome to the Arise and Thrive channel. So today I wanted to talk about something called the law of attraction, and I just want to give you a quick little definition of what it is, and then I'm going to go to explain on how this can make sense from like a physics standpoint, and also after that explain how you can attract things into your life. So to give you a quick little definition, the things that we think and feel get reflected back to us in our outer reality. So that's the definition, and I'm going to go in and explain this a lot more in detail to help you guys really understand what that means. So basically, there are basic laws that govern our universe. There's the law of matter, the law of light, the laws of gravity, the laws of cause and effect. There's all these laws, and one of them is called the law of attraction, which isn't as recognized or talked about, and some people don't completely understand what it even means. So that's the reason I'm doing this video, is to bring that into awareness for you guys. So to think everything in this universe has a frequency. My body has a frequency. The plants have a frequency. A picture frame has a frequency. A rock has a frequency. Even our own thoughts have a frequency. So understanding this, this has already been proven by science that everything is vibrating and it's emitting this frequency out into the air. And us humans, we have a spectrum that we emit. We have lower emotions, which are hate, guilt, shame, greed, jealousy, and resentment, those kind of emotions. And then when you go up the scale, we also have frequencies such as love and compassion and gratitude, all the good feeling emotions. And when you think of like how we have a spectrum, think of like the spectrum of light, how we can see white light, and then there's also other wavelengths beyond white light that we can't see, like X-rays and gamma rays. And all of these are moving on different frequencies. So we have that too internally inside ourselves. So has there ever been a time in your life where you felt like you like walked into a funeral maybe, and instantly you just felt really sad and down, like you felt the energy of people? It's because what they're feeling, it's getting sent out and it's impacting you and you're feeling that. Or if like there's a new birth in the family and you walk into the home and everyone's so happy and excited, like you feel it internally as soon as you walk in the room, it's because their frequency is getting sent out and you're feeling it and it's impacting you. So like when somebody says also like oh, I vibe well with that person, or like this person has a good vibe. Well, the word vibe is short for vibration, and their vibration is getting sent to you, and you can feel it and it feels great, like when you're around someone who's very upbeat and positive, or if you're around someone who's very down and negative, it makes you feel down and negative instantly. And the reason why like you vibe well with somebody and like you can click with someone instantly is because you guys are emitting the same frequency and it's matching. So you guys just instantly get along, and that's why, is because there's an energetic level of connection between people. So that's kind of understanding how everything's emitting a frequency. And when you emit certain emotions, the universe reflects the same. It will match your frequency also, just like humans do. And it's going to reflect more people, events, and circumstances that represent the emotions that you're feeling internally. So let's say like I'm feeling very happy and grateful and I'm just in a good mood. The universe has this awareness, and when I'm emitting those frequencies, it's gonna manifest more people, events, and circumstances that make me feel happy. And also at the other end of the spectrum, if I'm feeling very negative and resentful and angry and jealous or whatever it may feel, the universe will be like, okay, well, I'm gonna emit more of this stuff back into your life because that's the frequency that you're sending me. So, and the reason why the universe matches your frequency is because it's in the blueprint of the laws of nature. There's this whole network of energy where everything is working in perfect unison. Kind of like when you think of how the sun gives us vitamin D and nourishes the plants. Plants emit oxygen for us to breathe, and then we emit carbon dioxide for plants to live also. So like everything is working in perfect unison for us to be existing, and for everything just to have this flow of energy and to all be working together. So that's the reason why the universe does that, is because it's in the blueprint of the laws of reality. So that is kind of understanding how the law of attraction makes sense. So now I want to talk about how basically you are a magnet, and everything that you're thinking and feeling is manifesting into your reality. Whether you've been consciously aware of it or not, you have been using the law of attraction every day and every minute of your life. And if you look at your current reality now, like if you're unhappy, then it's a result of what you've been putting out from your past. And that's perfectly okay. A lot of us don't know about this, or it hasn't been brought to our awareness. So the reason why I'm explaining this to you is to realize that you have so much more power than you think you have over your life. So basically, if you want something in your life, let's say that, like for me, for example, I love traveling and I want to travel more in the future. So you can embody the version of yourself that is the traveler right now in this second, even though maybe I'm not traveling at this moment, but it's something I want to do. So if I close my eyes and I feel the emotions of being a traveler and really like getting my senses involved and embodying that that's already who I am, the universe will feel that frequency that you're sending out, and it's going to reflect it back into your outer reality and manifest you traveling. So there are some quotes that I wanted to share with you guys from a lot of famous people from our history and celebrities that have understood the law of attraction and who have used it. And it's a lot of very smart people, like Einstein is one of them, and Nikola Tesla. So here are the quotes. Nikola Tesla said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Einstein said, "Everything is energy. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics." And then the Buddha said, "All that we are is a result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become." So if you ever heard the quote, like, our thoughts become our things, that's where it comes from, is that. So there's a book called The Secret, and it's also a documentary on Netflix that I recommend you watch, but it talks all about the law of attraction. And there's also another book called The Law of Attraction, and it's by Abraham and Esther Hicks, which is also a great book. So if you want to dive more into this, you can find that more on this topic there. But the second book, After the Power, the author, Rhonda Byrne, she talks about how when she wanted to manifest a horse into her life, because she really wanted this specific horse, she made it her desktop background, the specific horse she wanted. She bought a saddle and a horse brush as if she had this horse already, but she didn't, because financially she couldn't afford it at the time. And when she looked out the window, she imagined her horse being there already. So she was living day to day as if this horse was already in her life. And then she got invited to a place where they give, it's like kind of like a raffle. And she put her name in the raffle, and she won the exact horse that she was trying to manifest into her life. Also, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said that before he won Mr. Universe, when he walked on stage, he embodied the version of himself that already won. So he acted like he already won it, and in his mind, he knew he won it. So he was accepting that for his reality. That in his mind, he said, "I already won this. Like, I feel good. Like, I feel so confident." And that frequency was being emitted, and then he ended up winning. And he said that he used this all throughout his life for a lot of his fame and money and things like that. But there's also people like Jim Carrey and Will Smith, Lady Gaga, Tony Robbins. There's a bunch of celebrities who attest to this also, that they've used this to manifest things in their life. So it's a very powerful thing to realize that you are in control of your life. And also, I want to give you guys in-depth explanation of how you can attract things into your life. So let's say you want $1 million and you really desire this really badly, and it's not ego driven, it's heart centered. Because the thing is that when all you want to attract are ego driven things, sometimes it doesn't work because the law of attraction works on a soul level. So if this is who you're meant to be, then it will reflect it back to you. And that's also another thing, is that people think you can just attract anything you want in your life. And yes, you can sometimes, but it flows so much more easier when you're in aligned to your soul self with who you really are. So, like, let's say you want to be a millionaire and you have a desire to, like, open up orphanages and do whatever, if you feel like you want to contribute to good and do good things, then close your eyes and, like, sit in meditation and embody this millionaire version of yourself and think, like, what would a millionaire feel like? What would she talk like? What would she walk like? What would her thoughts be on a daily basis? And throughout your day, act like this millionaire version of yourself and pretend that this is who you are right now. And the thing is that, like, if you sit in meditation and you think about it and feel it, get your emotions involved, because the thing is that if you are thinking about it constantly, it's not going to happen, because you need your emotions to be a part of it also, because that is what is getting emitted. So kind of think of your thoughts like a rocket, and your emotions are the fuel for the rocket to actually go up. So you need to get your emotions involved and get excited. Like, what emotions would I feel like if I was this millionaire right now? I would feel very excited. I would be, like, so ready to just, like, take on everything in my life, and I would just have so much energy. So embody those emotions now. Go through your day and think about what are the things that you are going to do with that money. Am I going to donate to charity? Am I going to buy my parents, like, a boat, or whatever it may be? And so, like, really get your whole being involved in it. And the thing is that one of the reasons why it doesn't work is because you could be sitting there in meditation doing this, but if you go out your day and you're at the store and you look at a price tag and you think, like, oh, I can't afford this is too expensive. What you're doing right now in that moment is you're emitting that frequency out, the frequency of lack, that you're coming from a lack perspective, and the universe is going to respond only bringing you more lack, because it knows that you actually aren't wealthy right now. So there are little things, like if you get a bill in the mail and you get angry, then that's what you're telling the universe right now. So it can be tricky at first to try to master this. Like, I'm still in the process of doing this too, but be aware of every single thought and things that you say about everything in your life. It doesn't have to be about money. It can be you can manifest a relationship, you can manifest a job, just a lifestyle, whatever you want. But if you're not in the vibration of you having it already, then it won't happen. So also in one of these books I read, the author talks about, like, if you want a relationship, you can start sleeping on one side of your bed and have the space next to you open as if somebody was sleeping there already. Or, like, if you are getting dinner ready and you set out your plate out and your silverware, set out an extra plate and an extra set of silverware as if somebody was sitting next to you. And I know this sounds, like, very extreme, but it works. So you really have nothing to lose if you just try this. And so anything that you want to manifest, embody that it's already there. Because a lot of people, the way they attract things the wrong way, or it doesn't work, is because you're saying, like, I really, really want this thing. And what you do when you say that you want something in the future is that you're telling the universe that you don't currently have it. So it's just going to reflect more of that back into your life. So another great way to attract things is by journaling. If you journal in present tense and you send a lot of gratitude. So if I'm saying, like, if I want to travel more, right now I could be saying in my journal, like, I'm so thankful that I can travel and see the world. Yesterday I got to go to Paris and eat and drink with a view of the Eiffel Tower, and now tomorrow I'm going to be leaving for Rome, or whatever. Just, like, get this whole story involved. And you don't want to journal saying, like, oh man, I really want to travel, because you're telling the universe you don't have it. So you need to embody this version of yourself. There's also a girl, she gave a speech on this program that I watched, and she became a millionaire when she's only, like, 28 years old. But that's exactly what she did, is that she embodied the millionaire version of herself on a day-to-day basis. And every hour she set a reminder on her phone to to spend a couple minutes just tuning into herself and embodying this version of herself. So it was constantly reminding her, be like, oh, are you acting like a millionaire right now or not? And so she would just take a couple moments, close her eyes, and envision herself into her dream reality, what she desired and wanted. So that's basically how the law of attraction works. And you guys, if you want to put it to the test and see it for yourself, like, you can try and do something small, like maybe think about a certain kind of flower, a certain kind of bird, a certain kind of tree, just anything in your life. Like maybe you want to manifest like a white rose. So close your eyes and picture this white rose, smell the rose, feel the rose, what does it feel like? And do this every night, and then eventually like this white rose will appear in your reality. And some people can brush this off as a coincidence, but it's not, because every specific thing that you think will be in your reality. And once you can put it to the test and see that it's real, then you can start attracting other things and just keep going and going. And eventually, like, you can live your dream life by doing this. And that's why I want to tell you guys. So thank you for listening. I hope this helped. And I would love to hear how you guys want to attract things in your life and what specific things you want. And yeah, what are you going to do to attract it? Are you going to journal, meditate, embody it? So go all out, and I would love to hear in the future you guys come back in this video in the comments and tell me what it is that you attracted. So I'm going to do future videos probably on this because it's such a big subject and I'm just scratching the surface of it right now. So yeah, if you want to hear more in the future, feel free to subscribe to this, and I would love for you guys to be on this journey with me where we can just realize our potential and live our best lives. So thank you guys, and much love.